There you go, CC. There you go, Caitlin. Way to hold it down, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark told the WNBA, damn you and your bogus orange carpet. I ain't showing up to nothing. I'm not showing up to your bogus orange carpet. I'm not showing up to this joke of a three-point shootout. I'm not showing up to link up and kick it with none of y'all. Y'all fake, y'all phony, y'all jealous, y'all are haters. Caitlin Clark just pulled a no-show for opening day of WNBA All-Star Weekend.
The WNBA was supposed to be celebrating the absolute pinnacle of its existence. The 2026 All-Star Weekend in Chicago was heavily promoted as the most profitable, highly anticipated, and globally watched event in the entire history of women's basketball. Sold-out signs were posted across the arena doors months in advance. Secondary ticket markets were exploding with astronomical prices, and major broadcast networks were aggressively expecting record-shattering viewership. It was supposed to be a flawless victory for the league, but instead the league offices are reportedly facing unprecedented pressure with claims of major financial concerns. Massive corporate sponsors are said to be reconsidering lucrative advertising campaigns, and Adam Silver is reportedly furious over the situation. Why is the biggest weekend in women's basketball suddenly facing such intense controversy? Because according to this narrative, the WNBA front office made an arrogant, out of touch, and potentially costly decision in a highly calculated attempt to satisfy concerns from veteran players. League executives reportedly tried to place a restrictive leash on the biggest phenomenon in basketball. They allegedly attempted to enforce a strict, controversial, and seemingly unjustified minutes restriction on Caitlin Clark for the main event, but they completely underestimated who they were dealing with. Caitlin Clark did not simply complain to the media. She did not quietly accept the decision. Instead, she reportedly drew a massive line in the sand and made an extraordinary move. She completely boycotted the entire WNBA All-Star Weekend. The league's biggest attraction had reportedly walked away, putting enormous pressure on the WNBA's financial machine. Grab your popcorn, because the alleged behind-the-scenes ultimatum that triggered this controversy is where the story becomes even more explosive.
Yeah, you put up 123. Everything felt like it was clicking on offense. Where did you guys sense things were going right on that end of the floor, and how quickly did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like one of our goals tonight, was to come out and start well, because we've kind of struggled in that area in the last couple games. So thought we did that, really well. Our defense wasn't very good in the first quarter, but it was better there in the second. And then, we're able to build a comfortable lead. And I thought we just played with really good pace and sharing the ball really well. It felt like our offense was really flowing.
One assist off the franchise record as well, but you three specifically have talked about like learning to play together over these couple years, and when you missed time last year, that impacted that. How do you feel like you three have connected recently on the offensive end of the floor specifically?
Yeah, I think we are super connected. I think for us it's just making sure that we just execute our plays, and when we do that, everyone gets theirs. I think for C and Kels, I mean, it's super hard for teams.
To fully understand how this massive financial disaster reportedly unfolded, we have to look closely at the incredibly tense politics operating behind closed doors. For months, a quiet, bitter resentment had allegedly been building among the league's old guard. Veteran players and traditional executives were reportedly concerned about Caitlin Clark completely dominating the spotlight on the national stage. They could not ignore the undeniable reality that thousands of fans were paying huge prices, largely to watch one player shoot from the logo, while many established stars appeared like background figures in her story. Instead of fully embracing the unbelievable growth and massive influx of money she brought to the WNBA, critics claim executives developed a controversial backdoor plan shortly before the WNBA All-Star event. League officials allegedly held a private closed-door meeting with the Indiana Fever front office where, according to this narrative, the directive was clear: Caitlin Clark needed to receive less exposure during the broadcast. They reportedly drafted a highly restrictive minutes limit, allowing her to play only a fraction of the game, while attempting to present the decision publicly as load management and protection of her long-term health. But critics believed there was another motive behind the move. They viewed it as a calculated attempt to keep Clark on the bench long enough for veteran players to receive more of the spotlight. They wanted to use her name and face to help sell out the massive arena while limiting her ability to actually perform. League executives then reportedly called Caitlin Clark into a private meeting expecting a straightforward conversation. They allegedly assumed that despite her superstardom she would respect the traditional hierarchy and accept the corporate decision. They presented the reported minutes restriction expecting her to quietly agree to the controversial plan, but according to this narrative they had chosen the wrong generational talent for that kind of political game.
Probably demanded to be off minute restriction. That's just my guess.
I only played 27 minutes. Crazy. No, I'm joking, but I mean, I feel great. Like, I feel like I've felt kind of like myself over the course of the last 3 games and just continued to build that and stay on top of everything. But, it's kind of nice when, you build a hefty lead like that and then you're able to kind of get some rest there in the fourth quarter. And then a lot of my teammates were able to get in and contribute. And it was really fun to see them, keep the same level of play. Everybody came in, and when their number was called, they were ready. And that was even the same for the first half. When people got subbed in, they were ready. And, they allowed our offense to keep going. And then our defense kind of kicked in too. So I'm just proud of everybody.
I'm not sure if you're aware that you got a technical foul tonight.
I'm aware, yeah.
Sometimes you come in here and you say, hey, I just didn't know. But you said in the past you wouldn't change anything. But how do you...
she said that.
According to deeply connected inside sources who were reportedly present in the building, Caitlin Clark did not simply push back. She allegedly made the decision impossible to ignore, and just like that, what supporters described as one of the most devastating boycotts in modern sports was immediately activated. Clark reportedly stood up, completely shut down team communications, and walked straight out of the facility. She allegedly refused to board the chartered team plane to Chicago, skipped the mandatory media day, walked away from the highly publicized red carpet event, and officially withdrew her name from the WNBA All-Star roster. According to this narrative, she forced their hand with a brutal, uncompromising ultimatum: either publicly remove the restriction and allow her to play without limitations, or sit back and watch your billion-dollar showcase fall apart. The WNBA front office reportedly believed she was bluffing. At first they assumed the pressure of the national media would eventually force her to back down, but when Clark was reportedly nowhere to be found near Chicago, a chilling reality began to set in. She appeared completely serious. The superstar had allegedly launched a powerful one-woman stand against the establishment, and the immediate financial fallout was described as absolutely devastating.
We'll place the call to Caitlin Clark to get whatever it is you need. Take a look at this. Shout out to Correlation. Correlation said, bruh, Caitlin is in Iowa, and Studbub was just asking where she is. Caitlin Clark pulled a no-show. Caitlin Clark's out in Iowa, having a good old time, not dealing with this nonsense, going to see, hair people and all of this stuff. She ain't got time to be dealing with these people no more. And I don't blame her. If I was Caitlin Clark, I wouldn't want to deal with these idiots any longer either. It's just been too much. Too much has been done. Too much has been done. Caitlin Clark pulled a absolute no-show. Here she is in Iowa. Okay. She said, I'm not going. I'll catch y'all. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. I might just show up. I might not show up to All-Star Weekend until 10 minutes before the game. I might not show up till 10 minutes before the game because y'all don't deserve the GOAT's presence with the way you guys have been acting.
The exact moment the explosive news reportedly reached the public that Caitlin Clark was boycotting the game over an alleged forced minutes restriction, the internet completely erupted. Furious fans who had carefully saved money and paid thousands of dollars for premium courtside seats reportedly began flooding ticketing platforms, demanding immediate refunds. The secondary ticket market was said to have crashed rapidly, with highly coveted VIP passes reportedly falling dramatically from prices around $5,000. Network executives who had aggressively built their summer broadcasting strategy around Clark's massive expected viewership were reportedly putting intense pressure on WNBA leadership over the phone, while raising concerns about possible contractual consequences. According to this narrative, the financial damage was potentially reaching millions of dollars within hours. Major global sponsors that had reportedly paid premium rates for the Caitlin Clark effect were also said to be reconsidering their funding, arguing that they had invested heavily because they expected the league's biggest attraction to be part of the showcase.
A little bit, so I think just continue to be myself, and then just try to refocus to focusing on my teammates and how I can help them.
Do you think it's inevitable or no?
I don't know. I can't predict the future. You gotta ask the Magic 8-Ball.
Caitlin, for you mentioned kind of feeling back to yourself. How much these past 3 games has it been kind of almost like a mental boost for you?
Yeah, it's like, you never like being out with injury. Like, it's hard for anybody, and I think especially last year, like having to go through it, like the 4 games off, 4 games play, 4 games on, 4 games, whatever it was. Like, that's really hard to kind of find a flow. So I think for myself, like, just being resilient and able to get my body back pretty quickly to where it was before I missed a couple games, and then just finding my flow. And sometimes it can be hard for my teammates too. Like, you don't want to come in and disrupt when you haven't been in a couple games. So just kind of easing my way back into everything, and they've made it easy too.
Kelsey, I'm curious, from your perspective, what have you seen from Caitlin here over these past few games as she's gotten healthier?
I just think her ability to lead, even while dealing with injury, and want to be your best self and letting your body be at your best self.
While the corporate executives were reportedly scrambling around headquarters trying desperately to control the growing crisis, the reality of the situation hit the locker room like a freight train. The veteran players who, according to this narrative, had quietly pushed for this exact restriction suddenly found themselves facing the possibility of an empty and increasingly hostile arena. They finally appeared to get exactly what they wanted, and WNBA All-Star Game focused entirely on them without Caitlin Clark dominating the spotlight. But the sudden drop in media excitement and the furious reaction from disappointed ticket holders immediately revealed just how heavily the entire event reportedly depended on Clark's presence.
So you leave. I'm seeing. Nice to meet you. Okay, down to the street. Y'all see my dog? Y'all see this fucking all-star starter? Looking like money? I am money. Believe me. Ooh. And she is. Ooh, that was a bar. I'm still in that. I am still in that.
See, look, Stud Buzz, they're going to have a good time no matter what. I like them. Y'all can't get Caitlin Clark on y'all stream yet because she ain't showing up till she got to show up. She don't want nothing to do with Asia and them trying to corner her and have a meeting. They going to want her to show up and speak out for this group, that group. She don't have time for all of that. She trying to enjoy herself. What else? What else? Oh, they got AZ Fudd in here. Yo, the Stud Buzz stream is lit, bro.
Oh, yeah, we been here. Oh, you talking about the room.
All right, I can't have that music playing. They got AZ Fudd in. Oh, they in there taking shots with AZ. Paige, you better get your girl, man. Stud Buds ain't safe, I'm telling you. They demons. They demons. Hey, all right. Okay, they had AZ Fudd in there. Oh, they got Kelsey Mitchell on the stream.
Let's go. What I just say?
Hey, go ahead, Kelsey.
What I just say? If you're proud of her, yeah. I love y'all. Come on, we're in here. You know what I'm saying? What I'm giving. Fanboy right here. You like that? Y'all like that? They got us. They come to the room and just say one shot later or something.
They trying to get everybody lit. Man, y'all gotta be careful with the Stud Buzz, man. Stud Buzz gonna get y'all toe up in Chicago. Y'all might not be able to wake up for whatever duties y'all got the next day, man. Shout out to the Stud.
Without Caitlin Clark on the floor, the intense media buzz reportedly began fading away. The cameras stopped flashing. The viral social media momentum appeared to slow down, and a harsh reality was suddenly exposed for the entire basketball world to see. According to this narrative, the veterans quickly realized that by trying to diminish her spotlight, they had effectively pushed the entire league into a much darker situation. The Indiana Fever front office went from appearing powerful and completely in control to facing furious fans, concerned league investors, and a massive wave of national backlash. Critics argued they tried to control her playing time and instead damaged their own flagship event while embarrassing themselves on the global stage. The WNBA was reportedly under enormous pressure to bring her back, with claims that officials were prepared to remove the restrictions and give her complete freedom on the floor, but according to supporters, the damage had already been done. Caitlin Clark had forcefully demonstrated that she was not simply another talented player in the WNBA. She had become the beating heart of its modern financial and cultural momentum, and this controversy showed just how heavily the league depended on her presence.
In the way you've been scoring.
Yeah, I do think it's important. I think momentum and just having the basketball guys on your side in ways that you really don't understand. Really, I think it's true. I think the way in which you love the game, you pour into the game, is the way you want it to show love to you back. And I think that we've done a decent job lately as far as keeping ourselves committed to the grind and committed to what Steph has set for us. But more importantly, I think momentum going into our second half of our season is really big for us. Once you start, you kind of don't stop. And I think our next couple of opponents that we do come to see, I think these games kind of help us prepared to see whatever we want to see in the second half of the season.
Kelsey, you said last week that you don't really like to talk less about basketball. So how do you vent through the game?
Keep the main thing. Certain things don't require a lot of talking, so I try to keep a happy balance and just keep my mind focused on what matters.
So, All-Star Weekend coming up. We'll be making an appearance on Sudbuds. What's all planned for you guys this weekend? Festivities up in Chicago.
They separated us, man. I know, man. They trying to make us.
This bold and unapologetic reported boycott over a controversial minutes restriction has further strengthened Caitlin Clark's status as one of the most powerful and influential athletes in women's sports. According to this narrative, the front office tried to limit the league's biggest attraction and ultimately created a massive controversy that could cost them far more than expected. Now I need to know exactly what you think about this unprecedented drama. Do you stand with Caitlin Clark for reportedly boycotting WNBA All-Star Weekend to send league officials a powerful financial message, or do you believe she should have shown up and played despite the reported restrictions? Drop your raw and unfiltered opinions in the comments section below. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another major game-changing WNBA story, and I will see you in the next explosive basketball breakdown.